Welcome, weary heart. I know you are tired. I know you are carrying something heavy. Maybe it's the weight of a goodbye that still stings. Maybe it's the ghost of someone who is still in your life, but no longer feels yours. Maybe you are lying in the dark right now, replaying a conversation over and over again, trying to find the words that would have made them stay, or the words that would have made them understand. You are holding on. You are gripping so tightly that your knuckles are white. Your chest is tight, and your mind is a prison of what was and what could have been. And you are exhausted. You tell yourself that if you could just have them back, if they could just call, if they could just see you, you would finally be at peace. But here is the raw, difficult truth we are going to face together tonight. The pain you are feeling right now, the sleeplessness, the ache in your chest, it is not actually about them. It is about the illusion you are still carrying. And tonight, we're going to learn how to set it down. To begin, I want to share with you a story from the old Zen tradition. It is a story of two monks traveling along a muddy road, and it holds the key to the prison you are sitting in right now. Close your eyes and let the story unfold in your mind. There were once two Zen monks, an elder master and his younger disciple, who were walking from one village to another in the rain. The road was old and unpaved. The heavy rain had turned it into a muddy, treacherous bog. As they rounded a corner, they came upon a young woman standing at the edge of a massive puddle. It was too wide to step across. It was too deep to wade through without ruining her fine silk kimono. She was clearly distressed. Her robes were expensive, and she was desperate not to soil them. She looked at the mud, then at the monks, her eyes pleading. The younger monk, the disciple, froze. He panicked. He knew the monastic rules. They were forbidden to touch women. It was a strict vow, a sacred boundary. He looked at the ground. He looked at the sky. He mumbled a prayer. He could not help her. The older monk, the master, saw the woman's distress. Without a moment's hesitation, he walked over to her. He turned his back, crouched down, and said, "Please, sister, allow me." He lifted the young woman onto his back. He carried her through the deep mud, his feet sinking into the mire, careful not to let her fall. He crossed the obstacle, placed her gently on the dry ground on the other side, bowed to her, and continued walking. The two monks walked on, and the younger monk was silent. But not the silence of peace, the silence of a simmering storm. He walked rigidly. His mouth was clamped shut. His eyebrows were furrowed. For miles and miles, he marched in agony. Finally, they reached the monastery. They entered the gate. The younger monk exploded. "Master," he cried, "how could you? We are monks. We are forbidden to even look at a woman, and you carried her. You picked her up. You touched her. I have been thinking about this for miles. It is wrong. The elder master stopped walking. He turned slowly to face the angry, exhausted young monk. And he said, just as he had said by the riverbank, I put the woman down miles ago, brother. He looked at the young monk with deep, profound compassion. Why are you still carrying her? Let that question land. Why are you still carrying her? Why are you still carrying him? That young monk did not touch the woman. His robes were clean. His vow was technically intact. But inside, he was a wreck. He was consumed by her. He was carrying her not on his shoulders, but in his mind. He was reliving the event. He was judging the master. He was feeling the heat of shame and indignation. This is the illusion of dependency. You think you are missing them. You think you are lonely because they are gone. You think you are suffering because they walked away. But look closer. If they are physically gone, and you are physically here, why are you still suffering? The pain is not in their absence. The pain is in your obsession. The pain is in the movie you are playing in your head. We are going to look at this from a psychological perspective tonight. In psychology, we talk about the dialectical mind. It means our minds often think in extremes. We tell ourselves, if I am alone, I am nothing. If I am with them, I am everything. We swing between the poles of I need them and I hate them. These extremes create a hunger, a craving, a thirst that can never be quenched by another human being. Because that human being is just a person. They cannot be the answer to the puzzle of your existence. But your mind refuses to accept that. It builds a fantasy. And we call these psychological ghosts. The person you are mourning, they are not actually here with you right now. The person you are obsessing over, they are living their life somewhere else. But you have created a ghost of them. You have taken their memory. You have taken their voice. You have taken their face. And you are holding that ghost inside your head. You are talking to it. You are arguing with it. You are trying to negotiate with it. You are trying to get that ghost to love you back. Do you see the illusion? You are not dependent on the physical person. You have become dependent on the image of them. And that image? It is completely under your control. It is your mind's creation. You are the one keeping it alive. You are the one feeding it with your attention. You are the one refusing to put it down. The Buddha called this upadana, craving, clinging. It is the force that creates dukkha, suffering. It is the grasping at things that are by their very nature impermanent. You are holding on to a river, hoping it will stop flowing. You are clinging to a flower, hoping it will never wilt. You are holding a ghost, hoping it will become a person. And it is the holding itself, not the loss, that is breaking your heart. Let's sit with this for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to visualize that person. Bring them into your mind's eye. See them clearly. But now, see them from a distance. See them standing on the other side of a wide, muddy river. The river you crossed a long time ago. You are on this side now. You are safe. You are dry. But you are still looking back at them. You are still screaming at them from this side. You are still wishing they were here. And your back is aching. Because you are still carrying the invisible weight of them. Let me ask you the Master's question. Why are you still carrying them? They are not asking you to. They are not holding you prisoner. You are holding yourself prisoner with a story you wrote. I need you to hear this healing message tonight and let it sink into your bones. Your suffering does not come from someone leaving. It comes from your refusal to put down the image of them. It comes from the illusion that you cannot be whole without them. Think about the young monk. He was a slave to the woman even though she was miles away. He was a slave to his own thoughts. But the master helped the woman, and then he released her. He did not dwell on her. He did not fantasize about her. He did not worry about what other people thought of him for carrying her. He was free because he did not carry the mental burden. Tonight, we are going to practice release. We are going to practice the art of putting the burden down. We are going to practice by breathing. As you inhale, imagine you are breathing in the energy of this moment. This moment. Not the past. Not the future. Just now. As you exhale, imagine you are breathing out a piece of that story. Exhale the I need them. Exhale the I miss them. Exhale the Why did they leave? Just let it go on the breath. We will repeat this. Breath in, clarity. Breath out, the ghost. Breath in, reality. Breath out, the illusion. Now we are going to use the power of your own voice, your own inner voice, to set them free. Repeat these words in your mind or whisper them softly. I release you. Not with anger, with peace. I release you. I wish you well on your journey, and I take back my energy. Imagine you are standing on that muddy riverbank again. You have been carrying this person on your back in your mind. You feel the weight on your shoulders. Now, imagine unclasping your hands. Feel the weight lift. See them standing there on the other shore. You take a step back. You bow to them, or you smile. And you turn around. You face your own path. This is the moment of liberation. This is where you stop being the victim of a story and become the author of a new one. You are allowed to miss them. You are allowed to grieve. But you are not allowed to let the ghost of them run your life. Because the truth is, you were whole before they came. And you are whole now that they have gone. Their presence did not make you, and their absence cannot break you. You are not dependent on them. You have just been dependent on the feeling of wanting them. And that feeling is just that, a feeling. It is not a life sentence. It is a leaf floating on the river of your consciousness. Let it float away. Let's sit in this silence. Notice the space around you. Notice the emptiness. Instead of feeling lonely, feel the freedom. The person you have been carrying is no longer there. You are just you. And look at you. You are still breathing. You are still here. You are still alive. You survived the leaving. You survived the pain. You are stronger than you know. I want you to place your hand on your heart. Feel the warmth of your own hand. This is the warmth of your own love. You have been searching for love in the memory of someone else. But it was here, in your own chest, the whole time. You are the one who can love you. You are the one who can hold you. You are the one who can tell you, it's okay. I will take care of us. The master carried the woman because it was the kind thing to do. And then he let it go. You can carry the memory of your person as a kind memory, and you can let the need for them go. This does not make you cold. This makes you free. This does not mean you don't care. It means you care about yourself enough to stop the bleeding. As we begin to drift deeper into relaxation, I want you to repeat this one final time and let it be your mantra for the night. I set them down. I set the story down. I set the burden down. I am free. Feel the relief. Your shoulders are lighter. Your chest is softer. Your mind is quieter. You have crossed the river. You are on the dry ground. You are safe. You are whole. You are enough. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, let go of the last strain. Let your body sink into the support beneath you. You don't have to solve anything tonight. You just have to rest. Rest in the truth that the ghost is gone. You have returned. And that simple choice, the choice to show up for yourself, is a profound act of self-love. Take a moment to settle in. Find that comfortable position, whether you are lying down, supported by the earth, or sitting with a gentle dignity. If they have fluttered open, allow your eyes to gently close once more. Let us begin by gathering our scattered energy from the day. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, feeling the cool air enter your body, expanding your chest, expanding your belly. And exhale slowly through your mouth. A long, soft sigh, letting go of any immediate tension. Breathe in again, drawing in stillness, drawing in peace. And breathe out, releasing the noise of the external world, releasing the need to do, to fix, or to achieve. Right here, right now, there is nothing to solve. There is only the gentle rise and fall of your own breath. As you continue to breathe naturally, bring your awareness to the top of your head. Imagine a soft, warm light beginning to melt away any tightness in your scalp. Let this warmth flow down into your forehead, smoothing out the worry lines, softening the space between your eyebrows. Let your jaw unhinge slightly. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Allow this heavy, relaxing warmth to cascade down your neck, into your shoulders, feeling them drop inches away from your ears. Your arms are heavy. Your hands are open, resting peacefully. Feel the relaxation travel down your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, melting into your chest, relaxing your stomach deeply, completely. Your hips, your legs, all the way down to the soles of your feet. Your entire body is now heavy, relaxed, and anchored in this present moment. In our last journey together, we learned to set down the heavy ghosts of our past. We learned that true dependency is an illusion woven by our own minds. Today we are going to explore the vessel that carries those illusions. We are going to examine the very core of our suffering and relationships and discover a profound secret to absolute, unshakable peace. To do this, I invite you to travel with me once more in your mind's eye. Imagine a vast, ancient river in the early hours of the morning. The world is still asleep. A thick, silvery mist hovers just above the surface of the water, blurring the lines between the river and the sky. The only sound is the gentle, rhythmic lapping of water against wood. You are sitting quietly on the riverbank, watching as a small wooden boat emerges from the mist. In the boat is a man. He is rowing, slowly, steadily, making his way across the wide expanse of the river. He is at peace, enjoying the solitude of the morning. But the mist is thick, and visibility is low. Suddenly, out of the fog, another boat appears. It is moving swiftly, directly toward the man. Before he can react, before he can change his course, thud. The two boats collide. The impact jolts the man violently. Instantly, his peace is shattered. He looks up and sees another person sitting in the offending boat. A hot, familiar fire rises in his chest. His face flushes red. He stands up, gripping his oars, and begins to shout across the water. "What is wrong with you?" he yells, his voice echoing fiercely through the quiet morning. "Are you blind? Can't you see where you are going? You ruined my boat. You ruined my morning. You careless, foolish person." His heart is pounding. His mind is racing with righteous anger. He feels entirely justified in his rage. He has been wronged. He has been hit. And there, sitting right in front of him, is the cause of his suffering. Hold that image in your mind. Notice the heavy, turbulent energy of the man's anger. Now take a slow breath in and exhale, letting that scene dissolve back into the mist. Let us rewind the fabric of time. It is the same river, the same ancient silvery morning, the same thick, heavy fog rolling across the water. The man is rowing his boat, peacefully making his way across the current. Once again, out of the dense fog, another boat emerges, heading straight for him. And once again, thud. The boats collide. The man is jolted. The wood groans under the impact. Instantly, the fire of anger flares in his chest. The adrenaline rushes through his veins. He prepares to stand. He prepares to shout. He prepares to hurl his righteous indignation at the careless fool who struck him. But as he looks up, his eyes pierce through the thinning mist, and he sees that the other boat is completely empty. There is no one rowing. It is just an empty vessel, unmoored from the shore, drifting blindly on the current of the river. Notice what happens next. The man's mouth is open, ready to yell, but the words die in his throat. The hot fire in his chest instantly cools. His clenched fists slowly uncurl. Who is there to yell at? Who is there to blame? He cannot be angry at an empty piece of wood. He cannot demand an apology from the wind that blew the boat or the current that carried it. Instead, he simply lets out a quiet sigh, picks up his oar, gently pushes the empty boat away from his own, and calmly continues his journey across the river. Breathe in deeply, absorbing the profound shift in this story. And breathe out slowly. This is the ancient wisdom of Zhuangzi. It is a mirror held up to the human soul. I want you to ask yourself a very important question right now. Why did the man suffer in the first scenario, but remain at peace in the second? In both scenarios, the physical event was exactly the same. His boat was hit. His journey was interrupted. The pain, the anger, the feeling of being victimized, none of it came from the collision itself. The suffering only existed because there was someone in the other boat. When there is someone in the boat, our mind immediately goes to work. We project intention. We project malice. We believe they hit us on purpose, or because they did not respect us, or because they did not care. We feel offended. Our ego is triggered. But when the boat is empty, we recognize it as just a force of nature, a random occurrence. We do not take it personally. Now let us turn the mirror inward. Let us look at your life, at your relationships, at the pain you might be carrying right now. How many times have you been hit by another person's words, their actions, or their absence? How much time do you spend shouting across the water at them in your mind, demanding to know why they hurt you, why they didn't see you, why they were so careless with your heart? We navigate the waters of our lives constantly bracing for impact, constantly guarding ourselves against the other boats on the river. But the deep psychological truth is this: the anger, the pain, and the hurt in our relationships do not just stem from the fact that someone else hit us. The suffering stems from the fact that there is someone sitting in your boat. That someone is your ego. The ego is the heavy, rigid identity we construct over a lifetime. It is a fragile shell made of our pride, our insecurities, our fears, and our endless expectations of how the world and other people should treat us. When someone's actions collide with your expectations, it is the ego that gets bruised. It is the ego that screams, "How dare they do this to me?" Me is the target. Me is the passenger in the boat. If you want to experience absolute freedom, if you want to heal the deep wounds of dependency and heartache, you do not achieve this by trying to control the other boats on the river. You cannot force the mist to clear. You cannot control the currents of other people's trauma, their confusion, or their decisions. The ultimate secret to invulnerability, taught in the ancient concept of anatta, or no self, is to empty your own boat. Take a deep, slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine the concept of your self softening, blurring at the edges. Anatta does not mean you do not exist. It does not mean you are worthless or invisible. Anatta means you are not the rigid, heavy, demanding passenger you have been pretending to be. You are not your expectations. You are not your pride. You are not the stories of your past traumas. When you identify with those things, your boat is heavily loaded. It sits low in the water. It is a massive target. And every small ripple, every slight bump, threatens to capsize you. But what happens if you make your boat empty? What happens if you remove the heavy cargo of your expectations? What happens if you stop demanding that the world bend to your specific needs? When your boat is empty, there is no one left inside to be offended. When your boat is empty, an insult cannot find a target. It simply passes right through the empty space, like wind blowing through an open window. When someone leaves you, when they disappoint you, when their boat blindly bumps into yours, if your boat is empty, you do not feel the agonizing sting of rejection. You simply see a blind boat caught in its own current, bumping into a piece of wood. You can gently push it away and continue rowing in peace. I want you to experience this lightness now. Imagine yourself sitting in your boat on that quiet river. Look down at your feet. The bottom of your boat is cluttered with heavy wooden chests. These chests represent your ego. Look at the first chest. It is labeled, "My need for approval." Feel how heavy it is. Feel how much space it takes up in your mind. Now reach down. It might feel heavy at first, but as you lift it, notice that the weight is only an illusion. Lift the chest of approval and gently tip it over the side of the boat. Watch it sink into the dark water. Watch it dissolve completely. Take a breath in, feeling slightly lighter, and exhale. Look at the next chest. It is labeled, "My expectations of others." This is the chest that demands people act perfectly, the chest that punishes them when they fall short. Lift it up. Feel its cumbersome, awkward shape. Lift it over the edge and let it go. Splash. Watch it sink. Watch it disappear. Breathe in, feeling the boat rise a little higher in the water. And exhale. Now find the heaviest chest of all, the one resting right in the center of the boat. It is labeled, "My pride and defensiveness." This is the voice that says, "I must be right," the voice that cannot tolerate being misunderstood. Put both hands on it. You do not need this armor anymore. It is not keeping you safe. It is only keeping you isolated and easily bruised. With a smooth, continuous motion, lift it up and throw it into the river. Watch the water swallow it whole. Take a deep, full breath in, expanding into the sudden, vast spaciousness of your empty boat. And exhale with a long, profound sigh of relief. Look around. Your boat is empty. You are no longer a heavy, rigid target. You are transparent. You are light. You are woven into the very fabric of the mist and the water. If a storm comes, it will rain on an empty boat. If another boat collides with yours, it will bump into an empty shell and gently bounce away. There is no one here to be hurt anymore. There is no one here to suffer. There is only the calm awareness of the present moment. Absolute freedom does not come from controlling the river. It comes from surrendering your need to be a heavy passenger. When you no longer identify with your fragile ego, all external hurts become like a gentle breeze. They touch you, but they cannot break you. They move through you, but they cannot stay. Rest in this profound emptiness. Let your mind be as clear and as spacious as a cloudless sky. If a stray thought enters your mind, if a memory of someone who hurt you arises, just smile gently. Say softly to yourself, "There is no one here to receive that memory. My boat is empty." And let it drift away on the current. Breathe in the deep, ancient peace of the river, and breathe out any lingering resistance. You are safe. You are free. You are unburdened. Allow yourself to drift now on the gentle rhythm of your own breath, drifting deeper and deeper into a state of pure, undisturbed tranquility. There is nothing to defend. There is nothing to prove. Just the beautiful, invulnerable peace of the empty boat. Take one final slow breath in, filling your spacious soul with healing light, and let it go completely. As the mist settles over the river, let your body sink even deeper into the softness of your bed. There is no need to wake. There is no need to move. We will simply float here for a while as the river of peace carries you effortlessly into the next chapter of our journey. Welcome back to this quiet, sacred space. You have made it to the third chapter of our journey inward. Take a moment to acknowledge the courage it takes to simply sit still, to pause the endless momentum of your life, and to choose yourself. Let us begin by settling into the present moment. Wherever you are, whatever surface is supporting you, allow yourself to fully surrender your weight to it. You do not need to hold yourself up right now. The earth has you. You are completely supported. Gently, if you haven't already, let your eyes flutter closed. We are going to take 3 deep, cleansing breaths together. With each breath, we will signal to your nervous system that it is safe to power down. Inhale slowly through your nose, feeling the cool air travel down into your belly, expanding it like a soft balloon. And exhale through your mouth with a soft, audible sigh, releasing the events of the day. Again, inhale deeply, drawing in a sense of spaciousness and calm. And exhale completely, letting your shoulders drop away from your ears, letting your jaw soften. One more time, inhale, the deepest breath you have taken all day, and let it go. Surrender it all. Allow your breath to return to its natural, unforced rhythm. Do not try to control it. Just observe the gentle rise and fall of your chest. In our previous journeys, we learned to release the ghosts of our past. We learned to empty our boat of the heavy, demanding ego, finding peace amidst the chaotic currents of other people. But what happens when the river is completely still? What happens when there are no other boats, no storms, no external forces to distract us? Today we are going to explore the final frontier of healing. We are going to step into the absolute silence. To guide us, I invite you to travel with me once more in your mind's eye. Imagine an ancient Zen temple nestled high in the misty mountains of Japan. It is a place untouched by time. The air is crisp, carrying the faint, earthy scent of pine needles and old wood. In this temple lives a wise old master named Mokurai, which means silent thunder. And studying under him is a very young, eager novice monk named Toyo. Toyo is diligent. He watches the older monks meditate, and he desperately wants to experience the profound awakening they speak of. One day, Master Mokurai calls young Toyo into his quiet, dimly lit room. The master looks at the boy with kind, piercing eyes and says, "You can hear the sound of two hands when they clap together." He claps his hands once. The sharp sound echoes through the wooden room. "Now," the master says softly, "show me the sound of one hand." Toyo bows respectfully and leaves the room, his mind already racing with the puzzle. The koan. What is the sound of one hand? He goes to his small, quiet room and sits on his cushion. He closes his eyes and listens. From outside the temple walls, drifting up from the village below, he hears the faint, beautiful music of geishas playing traditional instruments. Ah, Toyo thinks, that must be it. The next morning he rushes to the master, bows, and begins to mimic the beautiful music he heard. Master Mokurai shakes his head. "No," he says. "That is the sound of music. That is not the sound of one hand. Go back and meditate." Toyo returns to his cushion. He sits for days, pushing away the sounds of the village. He moves his awareness to the nature around him. He hears the rhythmic dripping of water from the temple roof into a stone basin. Drip, drip, drip. This is it, he believes. He runs to the master and imitates the sound of the dripping water. Again, the master gently shakes his head. That is the sound of water, not the sound of one hand. Keep listening. Weeks turn into months. Toyo is frustrated, but he persists. He sits in meditation as the seasons change. He listens to the wind sighing through the bamboo forest. He brings this sound to the master. Rejected. He listens to the sharp cry of the locusts in the heat of summer. He brings this sound to the master. Rejected. He listens to the hoot of an owl in the dead of night. Rejected. For almost a year, Toyo tries to find the sound in the external world. He searches through every beautiful, subtle noise nature has to offer. But every time the master tells him, he has only found the sound of things colliding, the sound of duality. Finally, completely exhausted, having run out of all external sounds to mimic, Toyo enters a state of deep, profound surrender. He stops seeking. He stops trying to grab a sound from the air. He sits on his cushion, and he simply allows the silence to envelop him. He sinks beneath the music, beneath the water, beneath the wind. He enters a vast, internal emptiness. And there, in the deepest, quietest chamber of his own consciousness, he finally hears it. He hears the soundless sound. A profound, unshakable peace washes over him. The boundary between himself and the universe dissolves. When he returns to Master Mokurai, he does not make a noise. He simply bows in absolute, radiant stillness. The Master smiles. "You have heard it," he says. "You have heard the sound of one hand." Take a slow, deep breath into that story, and gently exhale. Notice the silence in your own room right now. In our modern world, we're just like young Toyo at the beginning of his journey. We are constantly surrounded by the clapping of two hands. We live in a symphony of endless noise. Notifications pinging on our phones, the chatter of television, the demands of our jobs, the constant back and forth of our relationships. We use this noise as a shield. We use the external world to distract us from the internal one. But what happens when the notifications stop? What happens when the relationship ends? Or when you find yourself sitting alone in a quiet room at 2 a.m? When the external noise is suddenly cut off, we experience a psychological phenomenon akin to sensory deprivation. And for many of us, this is terrifying. When the clapping of the outside world stops, the mind does not immediately become peaceful. Instead, the volume of our internal world is suddenly cranked up to the maximum. In the absence of distraction, everything we have been running from rushes to the surface. Unconscious anxieties, repressed memories, the nagging feeling of not being enough, the unresolved grief of past heartbreaks, the harsh, critical voice of our own insecurities. In psychology, this is known. When we remove the defense mechanisms of constant busyness, the mind is forced to confront its own shadows. This is why loneliness can feel so physically painful. It is not just the absence of another person. It is the sudden, deafening roar of your own unprocessed pain. We panic. We reach for our phones. We text someone who isn't good for us. We turn on the TV. We desperately try to find another sound, any sound, to drown out the terrifying silence. We are terrified of the dark room of our own minds. But I want you to hear this truth and let it sink deeply into your bones. The noise you hear in the silence is not a monster. It is a messenger. It is the fragmented parts of your soul crying out to be witnessed, crying out to be healed. Take a deep, courageous breath in and a slow, releasing breath out. You do not need to run anymore. You do not need to numb the silence. Instead, we are going to learn how to sit with it. We are going to cultivate a powerful psychological tool, the observer self. I want you to imagine your mind as a vast, boundless, brilliant blue sky. This sky is your true nature. It is pure awareness. It is always calm, always present, and infinitely spacious. Now imagine that your thoughts, your anxieties, and your painful memories are clouds passing through this sky. Some clouds are white and fluffy, happy, fleeting thoughts. Some clouds are dark, heavy storm clouds, representing fear, grief, or the harsh inner critic. When we are caught in suffering, we forget that we are the sky. We identify with the storm clouds. We let the storm consume us. But through the practice of mindfulness, you can step back. You can become the observer. Right now, as you lie here, I want you to practice this. Imagine taking a step backward inside your own mind. Create a small, quiet space between you, who is observing, and the thoughts that are appearing. If a thought arises right now, perhaps a worry about tomorrow, or a memory of someone you miss, do not fight it. Do not judge it. Do not try to push it away. Simply watch it. Say to yourself, I notice I am having a thought about tomorrow. I notice I am feeling a wave of sadness. By adding the words, I notice, you instantly break the spell. You are no longer the sadness. You are the infinite, loving sky, watching the cloud of sadness drift by. Feel the profound relief in this separation. You are the observer. You are the quiet, untouchable presence behind the noise. Breathe into this spaciousness. Inhale deeply, filling that infinite blue sky. And exhale softly, letting the dark clouds continue on their way, blowing gently across the horizon until they disappear. When you stop fighting your internal noise, a miraculous thing happens. The The storm begins to run out of energy. The dark clouds thin out. The turbulent waves of anxiety begin to settle. And beneath it all, you begin to experience the profound depth of your own being. This is the ultimate secret of the healing journey. The silence that once terrified you becomes your sanctuary. Because when you strip away the distractions, when you stop looking for validation in the eyes of others, when you stop trying to hear the sound of the world clapping, you finally hear the sound of your own soul. The soundless sound. In this space of absolute stillness, you will make the most beautiful discovery of your life. You will realize that you are not broken. You are not empty. The love, the comfort, and the security you spent your entire life searching for in other people was resting right here inside of you all along. You are the sanctuary you have been seeking. You are the ultimate soulmate you have been waiting for. Every time you choose to sit in the silence, every time you choose to face your own mind with compassion rather than distraction, you are building an unbreakable relationship with yourself. You are proving to yourself that you are safe, that you will not abandon yourself, even when it gets dark. Let yourself melt into this beautiful, radiant silence now. Feel the heavy armor of the outside world completely dissolving. Your physical body is incredibly heavy, incredibly relaxed, sinking deeper and deeper into the surface beneath you. Your forehead is smooth. Your eyes are resting heavy in their sockets. Your chest is open, breathing effortlessly. Your arms and legs are completely loose, completely surrendered. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing to fix. There is no one to please. There is only this moment, this breath, this beautiful, perfect stillness. If your mind wanders, just smile gently. Welcome the thought and let it drift away, returning your focus to the quiet, soundless space within. Listen to the silence. Let it heal you. Let it wash over your scars, turning them into wisdom. Let it fill every cell of your body with a glowing, unconditional love for exactly who you are. You are whole. You are enough. You are deeply, profoundly loved by the universe because you are a part of it. Take one final long, deep breath in, drinking in the pure healing energy of the silence. And exhale, releasing the very last drop of tension from your being. There is nothing left to fear in the quiet. Allow the silence to cradle you now as you sink further and further into the deepest, most restorative peace. Welcome back. You have arrived at the 4th chapter of our journey. Take a moment to honor your commitment to this space. You have returned to the quiet. You have chosen to turn your gaze inward once again. Let us begin by preparing the body and the mind to receive this healing. Settle completely into whatever space you are occupying. Whether you are resting on a bed or sitting comfortably in a chair, allow the physical structure of your environment to hold you. You do not need to hold yourself together anymore. Gently, softly, if they are not already, let your eyelids become heavy and allow them to close. We are going to take 3 slow, deliberate breaths, signaling to every cell in your body that it is safe to release the day. Inhale deeply through your nose, drawing in a cool, calming energy, letting it fill your chest and expand your belly. And exhale through your mouth with a long, soft sigh, letting go of any immediate tension. Once more, breathe in deeply, gathering up the noise, the stress, and the expectations of the outside world. And breathe out, releasing it all into the atmosphere, watching it dissolve. Take one more deep, expansive breath in, the most nourishing breath you have taken all day. And let it go completely. Allow your breath to return to a natural, effortless rhythm. Bring your awareness to the muscles in your face. Notice if you are holding any subtle tension in your forehead. Smooth it out. Notice the tiny muscles around your eyes. Let them soften. Let your eyes rest heavily in their sockets. Unclench your jaw. Let your tongue rest gently at the bottom of your mouth. So much of the tension we carry in our faces comes from the effort of maintaining an expression, the effort of performing for others. Let that performance end right now. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let your arms become incredibly heavy, sinking into the surface beneath you. Feel a wave of warm, liquid relaxation pour down your chest, through your abdomen, and down into your legs, all the way to the tips of your toes. You are perfectly safe. You are completely supported. In our previous chapters, we learned to put down the ghosts of the past. We learned to empty our boat of the demanding ego. And we learned to sit comfortably in the vast silence of our own minds. Today we are going to look at the invisible chains that still bind us to the external world. We are going to explore the exhaustion of performing and discover the profound art of self-validation. To guide us, I invite you to travel with me deep into your imagination. Imagine a serene, ancient courtyard in a traditional Japanese dojo. The afternoon sun casts long golden shadows across the wooden floorboards. The air is thick with the earthy scent of fresh ink and the delicate fragrance of cherry blossoms drifting in on a gentle breeze. In the center of the room sits an old, highly revered Zen master. He is a master of Shodo, the ancient art of Japanese calligraphy. Before him rests a pristine piece of parchment and a bowl of dark, glistening ink. He is known throughout the land for his flawless, breathtaking brushstrokes. His art is considered a mirror of the universe itself. Today he is not alone. Standing just over his shoulder is his most senior student, a student who meticulously watches every move, analyzing, judging, and eager to witness perfection. The master picks up his bamboo brush. He dips it into the ink. He breathes in and lowers the brush to the paper. But something is wrong. The master can feel the piercing gaze of his student. He can feel the weight of expectation, the heavy demand to produce something brilliant. As he moves the brush, his hand, usually as steady as a mountain, trembles ever so slightly. His strokes are rigid. The ink splatters awkwardly. The flow of his energy is blocked. He finishes the character, sets down the brush, and looks at the paper. It is lifeless. It is a failure. The student frowns in disappointment. The master takes a fresh piece of paper. He tries again. He tries harder. He forces his focus. He desperately wants to prove his mastery to earn the awe of his student. But the second piece is worse than the first. The harder he tries to be perfect for the eyes of another, the more his art suffers. Finally, the master pauses. He realizes what is happening. He turns to his student and softly asks, "Please go and fetch us some tea from the village." The student bows and leaves the room. The heavy footsteps fade away. The dojo returns to absolute golden silence. The master sits alone. The gaze of the world has been lifted from his shoulders. He closes his eyes. He takes a deep, grounding breath. He connects with the stillness within himself. He is no longer trying to impress. He is no longer trying to win approval. He is simply returning to his center. Without thinking, without planning, he dips the brush into the ink one last time. He moves his hand purely from a place of internal feeling. His arm flows like water. The brush dances across the paper in a single, continuous, breathtaking movement. He creates a masterpiece, a flawless expression of his soul. When an archer shoots for nothing, he has all his skill, the master thinks. If he shoots for a brass buckle, he is already nervous. If he shoots for a prize of gold, he goes blind. His skill has not changed, but the prize divides him. He cares. He thinks more of winning than of shooting, and the need to win drains him of his power. Take a deep breath into that story, and slowly exhale. The need to win drains him of his power. Now gently turn the mirror inward and look at your own life. How much of your life is spent shooting for the gold prize of other people's validation? In psychology, there is a concept known as the locus of control. It describes where we believe the power over our lives resides. When we operate from an external locus of control, we hand the remote control of our self-worth over to the outside world. We believe our value is determined by how our boss perceives us, by the compliments of our partner, by the likes on our social media, or by the approval of our family. We are like the Zen master trying to write with someone staring over our shoulder. We become hyper-aware of the audience. We craft every sentence, every action, every choice, not based on what feels true to us, but based on what we think will win the applause. We put on masks. The mask of the perfect partner, the mask of the good employee, the mask of the always happy friend. And carrying these masks is completely, utterly exhausting. It drains your vital energy. It makes your hands shake. It makes your life rigid and inauthentic. When you live for the external gold prize, you go blind. You lose sight of your own internal compass. You forget who you are when no one is watching. You betray yourself in small ways every single day, just to keep the peace, just to secure the validation. But the truth is, external validation is a bottomless pit. You can win the gold prize today, and tomorrow you will wake up anxious, wondering if you can win it again. You become a prisoner to the gaze of others. Breathe in deeply, acknowledging the heavy weight of this performance. And exhale, feeling the desire to put it down. True healing, true peace, requires a radical shift. It requires moving your locus of control back inside your own heart. It is the practice of value-based action. This means making choices, speaking your truth, and living your life based on your own deeply held values, regardless of whether anyone applauds you. It means painting your masterpiece in an empty room. Imagine yourself right now, standing in the center of a quiet, sunlit room, just like the dojo. You are entirely alone. The door is closed. No one is watching. Feel the profound relief of this solitude. Bring your hands to your face in your mind's eye and feel the heavy porcelain mask you have been wearing all day. The mask of the people pleaser. Gently take hold of this mask. Pull it away from your face and set it on the floor. Breathe in the cool air against your true skin. Now reach up and feel another mask. The mask of the achiever, the one who constantly needs to prove their worth. Take it off. You do not need to prove anything here. Set it down. Reach up again. Find the mask you wear for your relationships, the one that hides your true feelings to avoid conflict, the one that smiles when you are actually in pain. Take it off. It is too heavy to wear anymore. Let it drop to the floor. Take a long, deep breath in, expanding your chest with the absolute freedom of being unmasked. And exhale with a deep sigh of relief. Look at yourself in this quiet, empty room. You are bare. You are authentic. You are real. Listen to this truth and let it resonate in the deepest chambers of your soul. You do not need to be validated to be valuable. Your worth is not a currency that fluctuates based on the opinions of the people around you. Your worth is innate. It is intrinsic. It was stamped onto your soul the moment you were born into this universe. You are a masterpiece right now. Not because of what you do, not because of who approves of you, but simply because you exist. When you stop trying to perform for the gaze of others, a miraculous energy returns to your body. Your brush strokes become fluid again. Your life becomes an expression of your own internal joy. If someone leaves you, if someone criticizes you, if society does not give you the gold prize, it no longer breaks you. Because your power is safely locked inside your own heart. You hold the remote control. You validate yourself. Say these words silently in your mind, allowing them to wash over you like warm, healing water. I release the need to be perceived as perfect. I take back the power I have given to others. I am enough simply because I am. I approve of myself. Breathe these truths deep into your physical body. Inhale deeply, drawing this powerful, self-affirming light into your heart. And exhale softly, feeling the last remnants of self-doubt melting away into the floor. Allow yourself to rest in this authentic space. There is no audience here. There is nothing to achieve. There is no one to impress. There is only the beautiful, quiet rhythm of your own soul, beating perfectly in time with the universe. Feel the weightless freedom of living entirely for yourself. Your body is heavy, deeply relaxed, completely anchored in this self-love. Your mind is clear, peaceful, floating on a gentle current of inner knowing. Let this feeling become your new baseline, a sanctuary you can carry with you, no matter what room you walk into, no matter whose eyes are upon you. Take one final, slow, nourishing breath in, anchoring this profound peace into your very core. And slowly, completely let it go. The performance is over. You are safe to simply exist in this quiet space, safe to drift deeper into the comforting embrace of the night. Let yourself go now. Surrender to the absolute freedom of being exactly who you are as we continue to journey inward. Welcome back to the quiet. You have arrived at the 5th chapter of our journey inward. Take a moment to honor the space you have created for yourself. By simply being here, by choosing to pause the endless momentum of the external world, you are practicing a profound act of self-care. Let us begin by preparing the body and the nervous system for deep rest. Find your center of gravity. Allow your body to sink heavily into the surface supporting you. Let the bed, the mat, or the chair take entirely all of your weight. You do not need to hold yourself up. If your eyes are still open, allow your eyelids to become incredibly heavy and gently let them close. We are going to take 3 slow, grounding breaths together. Inhale deeply through your nose, drawing the breath all the way down into your belly, feeling it rise and expand. And exhale with a long, soft sigh out of your mouth, letting go of the day. Again, breathe in deeply, pulling in a sense of calm, silver light. And breathe out slowly, releasing any tension you are holding in your chest, your shoulders, or your jaw. One more time, a vast, expansive breath in, filling every corner of your lungs. And a complete, total release on the exhale. Let it all go. Allow your breath to settle into its own natural, effortless rhythm. Bring your gentle awareness to the soles of your feet. Feel a warm, heavy sensation beginning there. Let this soothing heaviness slowly travel up through your ankles, your calves, and your knees. Feel it moving up through your thighs, relaxing the large muscles of your legs, Your lower half is now completely relaxed, sinking into the earth. Let the warmth flow up into your hips, your abdomen, and your lower back, releasing any tight knots of anxiety you might be carrying in your gut. Feel the relaxation spread across your chest, unburdening your heart. Let it travel down your arms, past your elbows, through your wrists, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Your hands are soft, open, and at rest. Finally, let the warmth travel up your neck, over your scalp, and down across your face, smoothing out your forehead, relaxing your cheeks, and unclenching your jaw. Your entire body is now a vessel of pure, heavy peace. In our previous chapters, we learned to empty our boat of the heavy ego. We discovered the art of self-validation, removing the masks we wear for the world. Today, we confront one of the most universal human fears, the fear of being entirely by ourselves. We are going to explore the vast misunderstood territory between the ache of loneliness and the magnificent power of solitude. To guide us, I invite you to travel with me deep into the landscape of your imagination. Imagine a crisp, cool autumn night in ancient Japan. High on a wooded mountain, far away from the bustling villages, sits a very small, dilapidated, thatched hut. The walls are thin, the roof is patched. It is a humble dwelling, offering little protection from the elements. Inside this hut lives a renowned Zen master. He is an old man living a life of absolute simplicity. He possesses nothing of material value. It is the middle of the night. The master is asleep on a thin mat on the floor. Suddenly, a shadow creeps into the room. A thief has broken into the hut. The thief is desperate, his breathing shallow and erratic. He frantically searches the dark room, feeling around for a chest, a bag of coins, anything he can steal to fill his empty pockets. But the hut is bare. There is nothing to take. The rustling wakes the old master. He opens his eyes and sees the silhouette of the frantic thief. The master does not shout. He does not panic. He feels a deep, profound wave of compassion for this desperate soul. "You have come a long way to visit me," the master says softly into the darkness. "You should not leave empty-handed." The thief freezes, terrified. Slowly, the master sits up. He takes off his only possession, the warm woolen robe he is wearing. He holds it out in the dark. "Please," the master says, "take my clothes as a gift." The thief, completely bewildered and panicked, snatches the clothes from the master's hands. He turns and sprints out the door, disappearing into the dark forest. The master is left entirely alone. He is naked, sitting in the cold autumn air. But he does not feel poor. He does not feel victimized. He turns his gaze toward the open window of his hut. Through the window hanging low in the vast velvet sky is the most magnificent, brilliant full moon. It bathes the small room in a glorious silver light. The master sits in the cold, gazing up at the sheer beauty of the cosmos. A serene smile spreads across his face. He breathes in the crisp night air and thinks to himself, "Poor fellow, I wish I could have given him this beautiful moon." Take a slow, deep breath into that story. And as you exhale, let the silver light of that moon wash over your own mind. I wish I could have given him this beautiful moon. Let us bring the profound wisdom of this story into your own life. In modern psychology, we draw a very sharp, very important line between two states of being: loneliness and positive solitude. Loneliness is not simply the state of being physically alone. It is a state of psychological distress. Neurologically, loneliness triggers the same pain centers in the brain as physical injury. It is an evolutionary alarm bell, crying out that we are disconnected, that we are lacking, that we are in danger. When we are caught in the grip of loneliness, we are exactly like the frantic thief in the night. We feel empty inside, and so we desperately break into the external world, searching for something to steal, something to hoard, to make us feel full. We chase relationships. We chase validation. We chase the noise of the crowd. We cling to people, demanding that they fill the void, demanding that they become the warm clothes to cover our shivering insecurities. But just like the thief, even when we grasp those external things, we run away, still feeling terrified, still feeling fundamentally impoverished. Because material things, and even the company of other people, can never cure an internal emptiness. Now contrast the thief with the Zen master. The master is physically alone. In fact, after giving away his clothes, he is entirely stripped bare of everything connecting him to the material world. And yet, he is not lonely. He is experiencing positive solitude. Positive solitude is not an absence of connection. It is the ultimate connection to yourself. It is a cognitive shift. It is the realization that your internal world is not a barren, empty hut. It is a vast, expansive universe, rich with its own light. When you cultivate positive solitude, being alone transforms from a prison cell into a sanctuary. It becomes a sacred space for creativity, for self-discovery, and for the deep, undisturbed enjoyment of your own identity. The master possessed something the thief could never steal and could never even comprehend. The master possessed the moon. The moon represents your innate, unshakable inner peace. It is the luminous core of your being. It is your inherent worth, your true self, your unbreakable spirit. Breathe deeply into this realization. Inhale recognizing the profound wealth that lives within you right now. And exhale, softening any fear of being alone. So many of us are terrified of losing our clothes. We are terrified of a relationship ending. We are terrified of a Friday night with no plans. We are terrified of the silence of an empty house. We believe that if the people around us leave, we will be left with nothing. But I want you to challenge that illusion right now. Imagine yourself sitting in the center of that quiet, rustic hut. Look down at the heavy, layered garments you are wearing. These garments represent your attachments. The belief that you need a partner to be lovable. The belief that you need a busy social life to be valuable. The fear of what others think of your isolation. Right now, in the absolute safety of your mind, I invite you to take them off. Unbutton the heavy coat of dependency. Let it slip from your shoulders and watch it dissolve into the floor. Take off the scarf of societal expectations. Let it go. Shed every external identity you cling to for comfort. Breathe in the cool, crisp air against your unburdened soul. You are alone. You are completely untethered from the world. But notice what happens. You do not cease to exist. You do not disappear into the void. Instead, a profound, breathtaking freedom washes over you. Look up. Look through the window of your own mind. There's the moon. Radiant. Perfect. Untouchable. It is the brilliant light of your own consciousness. It is the quiet, powerful truth that you are already whole. No one can steal this from you. A person can walk out of your life, but they cannot take your capacity to love. Society can ignore you, but it cannot diminish the infinite beauty of your internal landscape. You are not poor when you are alone. You are standing in the presence of the greatest treasure in the universe, your own untethered, radiant spirit. Let this silver light wash through your entire body. Feel it illuminating the dark corners of your mind, dissolving the shadows of loneliness. Repeat these words silently to yourself, letting them anchor deep into your subconscious. I am safe in my own company. My solitude is my sanctuary. I lack nothing. I am the moon, and my light cannot be stolen. Breathe these truths in, deeply, completely. And exhale, sinking even deeper into this exquisite, untouchable peace. When you make peace with your solitude, you become invincible. You no longer enter relationships like a starving thief looking for crumbs. You enter them like a wealthy monarch, simply looking to share the abundance of your own kingdom. If someone joins you in your hut, it is beautiful. You can gaze at the moon together. But if they leave, the moon is still there. The silver light remains. You are still whole. Rest now in this profound, quiet power. Feel the heavy, comforting blanket of peace wrapping around you. There's nowhere else to be. There's no one else you need. You are perfectly, wonderfully alone. Let your breath slow down even further, drifting gently on the silver tide of your own awareness. Take one final nourishing breath in, absorbing the infinite beauty of your internal sky. And slowly, completely let it go. Allow this deep, unshakable serenity to carry you down into a heavy, restorative sleep now. Knowing that you are protected by the light of your own solitude, you are safe to surrender entirely. Welcome back to this sanctuary of stillness. You have arrived at the 6th chapter of our journey inward. Take a moment right now to acknowledge the deep, quiet strength it takes to keep showing up for yourself. In a world that constantly pulls your attention outward, you have chosen once again to turn your gaze inward. You are choosing to heal. Let us begin by preparing the physical body to receive this healing. Wherever you are resting, allow your body to completely surrender to gravity. You have carried so much weight today. You have carried responsibilities, expectations, and perhaps the heavy emotional burdens of the past. Right here, in this exact moment, you can put it all down. If your eyes are still open, allow your vision to soften. Let your eyelids become incredibly heavy, as if they are made of warm velvet, and gently, slowly, let them close. We are going to anchor ourselves in the present moment with 3 deep, conscious breaths. Take a slow, expansive breath in through your nose, feeling the cool, nourishing air travel down your throat, expanding your chest and filling your belly. Hold it for just a fraction of a second at the top, and exhale through your mouth with a long, soft, audible sigh, releasing any immediate tension you are holding. Again, breathe in deeply, imagining that you are pulling in a pure, cleansing light. And breathe out slowly, letting the darkness and the stress of the outside world dissolve into the air. Take one more breath, the deepest and most intentional breath you have taken all day, expanding every cell in your lungs. And exhale completely, pushing out the very last drop of air, surrendering entirely to the surface supporting you. Allow your breath to settle into its own natural, effortless rhythm. Do not try to control it. Simply watch it. Bring your gentle awareness to the soles of your feet. Imagine a warm, golden, soothing energy pooling there. Let this warm energy slowly rise up through your ankles, melting away any tension. Feel it moving up through your calves and your shins, a heavy, liquid relaxation. Let it flow over your knees and deep into your thighs. The large muscles of your legs are completely releasing, sinking heavily into the earth. Allow this golden warmth to fill your hips and your pelvis, grounding you, making you feel entirely safe and supported. Feel the energy rise into your stomach, softening the belly, releasing the tight knots of anxiety we so often carry in our core. Let it spread across your chest, opening your heart space, allowing your breath to flow freely. Feel the warmth cascading down your shoulders, flowing down your arms, past your elbows, your wrists, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Your hands are open. They have nothing left to hold on to. Finally, let the relaxation travel up the back of your neck, smoothing out your scalp and washing over your face. Unclench your jaw. Let your tongue rest softly at the bottom of your mouth. Smooth the space between your eyebrows. Your entire body is now a vessel of pure, heavy, undisturbed peace. In our previous chapters, we learned to empty our boat of the heavy ego. We discovered that loneliness is an illusion, and we learned to find profound companionship in the silent, moonlit room of our own solitude. Today we are going to confront one of the most painful traps of the human mind, the trap of victimhood. We are going to explore the true meaning of karma and discover how to unlock the infinite treasure that you already possess. To guide us on this path, I invite you to travel with me deep into the landscape of your imagination. Imagine an ancient, winding dirt road in the mountains of old Japan. The sun is beating down heavily. The air is dry and thick with dust. Walking up this steep, exhausting road is a traveler. He is a seeker of truth. His clothes are ragged, his sandals are worn thin. He is exhausted, parched, and desperately hungry for spiritual enlightenment. He has traveled for years, going from village to village, looking for someone, anyone, to give him the answers to his suffering. Finally, he reaches the top of the mountain. There, sitting quietly under the shade of a massive, ancient Bodhi tree, is the great Zen master Baso. Master Baso is radiating absolute, unshakable peace. He sits in stillness, perfectly content. The exhausted traveler falls to his knees before the master. Master Baso opens his eyes, looks at the desperate man with profound compassion, and asks a very simple question. What do you seek? The traveler gasps for air and replies, I seek the truth. I seek the wisdom of the universe. I seek enlightenment. Please, Master, give it to me. Master Baso does not reach out his hand. He does not offer a magical chant or a secret text. Instead, he looks deeply into the traveler's eyes and says, Why do you leave your own home to wander the dusty roads? The traveler is confused. Master Baso continues softly. You are ignoring your own treasure house to search for pennies outside. Whatever you seek, you already have. Why are you asking me for something you already own? The traveler is stunned. My own treasure house, he asks. Where is it? Master Baso points a single finger directly at the traveler's heart. That which is asking the question, the master says, is the treasure house. It contains everything. It lacks nothing. Open your own treasure house and use it. Take a slow, deep breath into that story. And as you exhale, let the Master's words echo in your own mind. Why are you leaving your own treasure house to search for pennies outside? Let us bring this profound, ancient wisdom into the reality of your own life, your own pain, and your own relationships. So many of us live our lives exactly like that exhausted, desperate traveler. We walk the dusty roads of our lives, feeling deeply impoverished. We believe we are empty. We believe we are lacking love, lacking security, lacking worth. And because we believe we are empty, we become beggars. We go from relationship to relationship, holding out our empty bowls, begging other people to drop a few coins of affection, a few coins of validation into our hands. When someone gives us attention, we feel rich for a fleeting moment. But when they pull away, when a relationship ends, or when someone rejects us, we feel utterly devastated. We feel like we have been robbed. We feel like we have been abandoned in the cold, left to starve. In these moments of profound heartbreak, the mind does something very dangerous. It falls into the psychological trap of victimhood. We tell ourselves a story. We say, they broke me. We say, they took my happiness. We say, I am a victim of their cruelty, a victim of their abandonment. Breathe in deeply And notice if that heavy narrative of victimhood feels familiar to you. And breathe out, releasing any judgment you hold against yourself for feeling it. It is a very human response. But we must look at the truth of this mindset. In the science of psychology, blaming others for our internal state is known as an externalization of control. When you say, "You are the reason I am miserable," you might feel a temporary righteous anger that protects your ego. But underneath that anger, you have done something tragic. You have handed away all of your power. If someone else is entirely responsible for your pain, then someone else must be entirely responsible for your healing. You have made yourself a helpless passenger in the vehicle of your own life. To break this paralyzing spell, we must turn to a core concept in Buddhist psychology: the concept of karma. In the modern world, we often misunderstand karma. We think it is some kind of cosmic judge. We think it means the universe punishing bad people and rewarding good people. But that is not what karma means at all. The word karma, or kama in Pali, simply means action. It means intentional action. It is the undeniable law of cause and effect. It states a very empowering truth. We are the architects of our own fate. Every thought you have, every choice you make, and every story you tell yourself is a seed you are planting in the garden of your mind. If you constantly plant seeds of dependency, seeds of begging for external love, and seeds of blaming others for your emptiness, you will inevitably harvest a life of anxiety, insecurity, and suffering. But you have the power to plant different seeds. You have the power to create wholesome karma. Wholesome karma begins with a radical, courageous act of self-reliance. It is the realization that no one can abandon you because no one was ever carrying you in the first place. You have been carrying yourself all along. If a relationship ends, they did not take your worth with them. They simply took their physical presence. Your worth is completely untouched. You are not a victim of abandonment. You are a sovereign being, experiencing the natural ebb and flow of human connection. I want you to experience this powerful shift in your own body right now. In your mind's eye, I want you to imagine that you are sitting on an old wooden box. You have been sitting on this box for years. You are holding out an empty bowl, begging the people walking by for a little bit of love, a little bit of reassurance. Some people drop a coin. Most people walk by. You feel so tired. You feel so poor. Now imagine Master Basso walking up to you. He does not drop a coin in your bowl. Instead, he looks at you and asks, "What is that box you are sitting on?" You You look down at the wooden box. You reply, "I don't know. It's just an old box. I've been sitting on it my whole life." Master Basso smiles. "Have you ever looked inside?" "No," you say. "There is no point. It is just an empty box." "Look inside," he gently commands. Right now, in the safety of your mind, I want you to stand up. Turn around and look at the box you have been resting on. This box represents your own heart, your own internal world. Reach down. Take hold of the heavy, rusted lid. Pull it open. As the lid falls back, a blinding, brilliant, golden light bursts forth from the box. It illuminates the entire landscape. You look inside, and you are stunned. The box is not empty. It is filled to the brim with the most magnificent, glowing treasure you have ever seen. There are endless reserves of radiant self-love. There is an infinite well of profound self-respect. There is unshakable peace. There is pure, unconditional acceptance. You have been sitting on a fortune while begging for pennies. Take a long, deep, breathtaking inhale, breathing in the golden light of this realization. And exhale, letting the old beggar identity completely dissolve into dust. You are not poor. You are incredibly, overwhelmingly rich. The love you have been desperately seeking in the eyes of romantic partners, the validation you have been hunting for in your friendships, the security you have been trying to extract from the world, it is all right here. It is woven into the very fabric of your soul. You do not need to borrow love from anyone. You own the bank. When you realize this, your entire karma changes. You stop operating from a place of deficit, and you start operating from a place of absolute abundance. When you enter a relationship, you are no longer a starving beggar looking for someone to feed you. You are a wealthy sovereign looking to generously share the overflow of your own treasure. If someone chooses to leave you, you do not collapse. You do not play the victim. You simply watch them walk away, close the door, and turn back to your own magnificent treasure house. You are still completely whole. Feel this profound self-reliance anchoring into your bones. Let this golden light from the treasure chest wash over your body. Feel it warming your chest. Feel it illuminating your mind. Repeat these truths silently to yourself, planting these seeds of wholesome karma deep into your subconscious mind. I am not a victim of my circumstances. I take full responsibility for my own happiness. I stop begging for what I already own. My treasure house is open. I am completely, entirely enough. Breathe these words in, deep, slow, and powerful. And exhale, releasing the very last remnants of helplessness. You are the architect of your fate. You are the author of your healing. Rest now in this abundant, golden peace. Allow yourself to simply be, surrounded by the infinite wealth of your own spirit. Your body is completely relaxed, heavy, and serene. Your mind is quiet, resting in the absolute knowing of its own perfection. There is no more searching. There is no more begging. There is only the quiet enjoyment of your own magnificent light. Let your breath slow down even further, drifting gently on the warm, golden tide of your own awareness. Take one final nourishing breath in, absorbing the profound wealth of your internal kingdom. And slowly, completely let it go. You can allow this deep, unshakable serenity to carry you down into a heavy, restorative sleep now, knowing that you are sleeping right beside your own endless treasure. Welcome back to this sanctuary of inner stillness. You have arrived at the 7th chapter of our journey. Take a moment to fully arrive here. Feel the weight of your body against the surface beneath you. Notice the rhythm of your own heart, the steady, reliable pulse of life that has been with you through every trial, every joy, and every transition. By returning to this space, you are proving to yourself that your peace is a priority. Let us prepare the body for deep rest. Allow your eyelids to feel heavy. Let the muscles around your eyes soften, as if they are melting into your face. Unclench your jaw. Let your tongue rest weightless at the bottom of your mouth. We are going to anchor ourselves with 3 deliberate grounding breaths. Inhale slowly, deeply through your nose, drawing in a sense of presence, a sense of here and now. And exhale through your mouth with a long, gentle sigh, releasing the noise of the outside world, the opinions of others, the need to be right, or the fear of being wrong. Again, breathe in imagining a clear, calm light filling your lungs, your chest, your heart. And breathe out, letting go of the heavy burden of trying to control how people perceive you. One more time. A vast, complete breath in, taking in the silence. And a total absolute release on the exhale. Allow your breath to settle into its natural rhythm. You are held, you are safe, you are sovereign. In our previous chapters, we learned to empty our boats, to meet ourselves in the silence, and to claim our own internal treasure. Today, we address the final gatekeeper of our peace. We are going to explore the art of emotional sovereignty. We are going to learn how to walk through the world without letting the world walk all over our internal landscape. To guide us, I invite you to travel with me into the story of the great Zen master Hakuin. Imagine a small, quiet village in Japan many centuries ago. In this village lived the master Hakuin. He was a man of absolute integrity, known for his wisdom, his kindness, and his deep, unwavering practice. The villagers revered him. But life is fickle. A young girl in the village became pregnant. When her angry parents demanded to know who the father was, the terrified girl, not wanting to admit the truth, pointed her finger at the master. "It is Hakuin," she cried. The villagers were shocked. The reputation of the master was shattered in an instant. The man they had admired for years was suddenly a villain. When the parents confronted Hakuin, the master simply listened to their accusations, their shouting, their name-calling, and their demands for justice. He looked at them, took a steady breath, and whispered 2 words. "Is that so?" He didn't argue. He didn't defend his character. He didn't plead his innocence. He accepted the baby. Months later, when the child was born, the parents brought the infant to Hakuin. He cared for the baby with the tenderness of a father, despite the mocking, the spitting, and the hatred directed at him by the villagers. For months, he endured the loss of his name, his home, and his respect. He endured the worst of human judgment. And through it all, he remained a vessel of peace. Finally, the girl, consumed by guilt and unable to live with the lie, confessed the truth to her parents. She admitted the father was actually a young man who worked at the fish market. The parents were devastated. They rushed to Hakuin's hut, bowing and scraping, begging for forgiveness, crying and pleading to take the baby back. They explained the misunderstanding. They apologized for destroying his life. They promised to restore his reputation. Hakuin handed them the baby, looked at them with the same gentle, unclouded eyes, and whispered the same 2 words. "Is that so?" Take a slow, deep breath into that story. And as you exhale, feel the sheer, breathtaking power of that response. Is that so? Let us unpack the psychology of this moment. In Buddhism, we talk about the 8 worldly conditions. They are the winds that constantly blow through our lives. Gain and loss, fame and disrepute, praise and blame, pleasure and pain. We spend our entire lives trying to stack the deck. We chase the praise, we chase the fame, we chase the gain, and we run terrified from the blame, the disrepute, and the loss. We believe that our internal state is a mirror of our external circumstances. If people praise us, we feel good. If people criticize us, we feel bad. This is the great illusion of dependency. When you react to these winds, you have handed over the remote control to your own heart. Think about a remote control. Who is holding yours right now? Is it your boss? When they approve of your work, you feel powerful. When they criticize you, you feel diminished. Is it your partner? When they are affectionate, you feel loved. When they are cold, you feel unworthy. Is it society? Is it the opinion of your neighbor? Every time you react to these external conditions, you are clicking play on their remote. You are letting someone else choose the frequency of your emotions. You are letting them turn your volume up to rage or down to depression. Emotional sovereignty is the practice of taking that remote control back. It is the practice of, is that so? This is not indifference. Hakuin was not cold. He was deeply compassionate. He cared for the baby. Equanimity, or upekkha, is not about being a robot without feelings. It is about being an immovable rock, the indakila, in the middle of a crashing ocean. When the waves of blame crash into the rock, does the rock shout no? When the waves of praise wash over the rock, does the rock swell with pride? No. The rock remains exactly what it is. You are that rock. Breathe in and imagine yourself as that immovable, ancient, grounded stone. Breathe out and let the crashing waves of other people's opinions fall away from you. So many of us are afraid that if we don't react, we aren't feeling. We think that suffering is a proof of our humanity. But there is a difference between feeling a sensation and becoming a prisoner to it. When someone insults you, you will feel the sting. That is a human nervous system response. But the suffering, the hours of ruminating, the anxiety, the anger, the replaying of the scene, that is a choice. That is the ego trying to protect itself. When you respond with, "Is that so?" you are not suppressing the truth. You are acknowledging that the world's version of the truth is merely a version. You are telling your nervous system, "I see this, it is happening, but it does not define me. It is not my truth." Right now, I want you to conduct a powerful exercise in sovereignty. In your mind, bring forward a situation that has recently disturbed your peace. Maybe it was a comment someone made, a look, a rejection, a moment where you felt judged or diminished. Bring it to the surface. Feel the energy of it. See the faces of the people involved. Feel the automatic urge to defend yourself, to explain, to scream, to justify. Notice the urge to grab the remote control and turn the volume of your own stress up to maximum. Now take a deep, slow breath. And instead of grabbing the remote, simply look at the situation. Look at the people. And say, silently in your heart, "Is that so?" Imagine that situation dissolving into smoke. It cannot touch you. It is just an event. It is just a thing that happened. It has no power to color your identity unless you sign the permission slip. "Is that so?" is the most powerful sentence in the English language. It creates a space, a sanctuary. It detaches your happiness from the fickle winds of the world. Repeat these truths to yourself, anchoring them into your subconscious. I am the sovereign of my own internal world. I do not grant others the power to define my worth. I accept the coming and going of all things without needing them to be different. My peace is not a reaction to the world. It is my nature. Breathe these words in. Feel them expanding in your chest, fortifying the walls of your sanctuary. You are becoming the eye of the storm. Around you, the world may be chaotic. People may praise you. People may misunderstand you. People may abandon you. But within you, there is only the calm, steady, quiet earth. You are the rock. You are the master Hakuin. You are the sovereign of your soul. Let your body sink deeper into the surface beneath you. Feel the tension leaving your shoulders, your stomach, your legs. There is nothing to prove. There is no one to convince. You can let go of the remote control. You don't need it. The frequency is always peace. The channel is always, I am enough. Let your breath slow down. Further, further. Drifting on the vast, beautiful ocean of your own composure. You are unshakable. You are free. Take one final nourishing breath in, letting this sovereignty fill every cell. And exhale. Carry this peace with you into your dreams. Whenever the winds of the world blow hard, just smile, breathe, and whisper to yourself, "Is that so?" And return to your peace. Let the silence hold you now as you drift into deep, restorative sleep. Welcome. Welcome, dear one. Come in from the noise of the day. Come in from the relentless pursuit of getting it right. You have been running for so long, striving, fixing, perfecting. And tonight, I invite you to lay that burden down. Come find a place of comfort. Whether you are lying in your bed, tucked beneath soft covers, or resting in your favorite chair, allow your body to settle. Let your shoulders drop just a little. Let your jaw soften. Let your breath begin to find its own natural rhythm. We are going to spend this time together in a very special place. A place that is both ancient and new. A place that belongs entirely to you. Tonight we begin Chapter 8, and this chapter is titled, Watering Your Own Garden. But before we plant any seeds, I want to tell you a story. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and imagine this. There is a young monk, a novice, who lives in a small, simple monastery high in the mountains. The monastery is surrounded by an old, beautiful garden. One day, this young monk learns that a very important guest is coming to visit his master. He works tirelessly. He tends to every flower, pulling out the smallest weed. He rakes the gravel paths until the lines are so straight they seem to be drawn by a ruler. He looks at the large, ancient maple tree in the center of the garden, covered in beautiful reddish-golden leaves. He thinks to himself, "No, this won't do." He gets a broom and sweeps every single leaf from the ground. He works until the garden is so still, so neat, so utterly sterile, that it looks like a picture from a magazine. And finally, he waits for his master to come out and see his wonderful work. After a long time, the old Zen master steps out. He looks at the bare earth. He looks at the rigid lines in the gravel. And he is quiet for a long time. "There is something missing," the master says softly. The master does not answer with words. Instead, he walks over to the maple tree and gently shakes the trunk. A handful of leaves drift lazily down, twirling in the air, landing softly on the bare earth. The master turns to him, a gentle smile on his face. "There," he says. "Now, it is beautiful." Let that story settle in the quiet of your mind. The young monk worked so hard to remove the imperfect leaves because he believed that beauty must be without flaw. But the master knew that a garden too clean, too rigid, is a place where nothing grows. Now look inside. Look at the garden of your own mind. Have you been acting like that young monk? Have you been sweeping away your leaves, your anxious thoughts, your mistakes, your exhaustion? But here is the core message of tonight. You do not need to fix yourself to be loved. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a garden to be watered. You are nature. And nature is not perfect. Nature is wild, messy, and infinitely beautiful. Tonight we are going to practice self-compassion. Let's bring our attention to the heart center, the place where you feel warmth. Imagine that this heart is a garden. Look at this garden with the eyes of the master. Perhaps you see the fallen leaves of your day, the stress, the worry, the sadness. Tonight we are going to look at those leaves and say, "You belong here. You are part of this garden." I want you to repeat these phrases after me in your mind. Let them land on the soil of your heart like a gentle rain. May I be kind to myself. May I accept myself as I am. May I forgive my imperfections. May I be peaceful. Feel how that feels. For a moment, just rest in the feeling of kindness. When you are hard on yourself, you shrink. When you are kind to yourself, you expand. Kindness is not weakness. It is the most potent fertilizer for growth. Think about the hard things you have been through, the broken relationships, the failures. Look at these not as imperfections, but as texture. A tree is not weakened by its scars. It becomes stronger. Those scars are proof that you survived. They are the fallen leaves covering the soil, protecting the roots. Let's water the garden. Take a deep breath in. Imagine a soft, golden light entering the top of your head. As you exhale, let this light flow down into your heart. As the light water touches the dark parts of your garden, it doesn't try to wash them away. It just says, "I see you. You are allowed to be here." This is true healing, not the removal of the leaves, but the acceptance of the whole tree. Imagine that in the center of your garden, there is a flower. This flower represents your truest self. Every time you say, "I am enough," you are watering the flower. Every time you let go of judgment, you are watering the flower. Repeat after me once more, letting these words sink deep. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be at ease. May I accept myself just as I am. Feel the softness in your chest. That is the feeling of your garden being watered. Tonight I give you permission to stop fixing. I give you permission to stop controlling. Just be. Just be the garden. Your peace is not about the absence of problems. Your peace is about the presence of kindness. You have not become the young monk tonight. You have become the master. You have looked at your life with all its messy, beautiful, imperfect pieces, and you have said, "Now, it is beautiful." Take a deep breath in, filling your body with this acceptance. And as you exhale, let your body settle deeper into the support beneath you. You have done your work. You have watered your garden. Maybe it is a relationship that has become a cage. Maybe it is a hope that keeps disappointing you. Maybe it is a version of the past that you are desperately trying to patch together piece by piece, even though it keeps falling apart in your hands. You are tired. You are tired of the effort it takes to keep it together. You are tired of pretending that everything is fine when your heart knows the truth. But you are also terrified. Terrified of what will happen if you let go. Terrified of the emptiness that might follow. Terrified that if you stop holding on, you will fall into an abyss of nothingness. Tonight I am going to ask you to do something that feels counterintuitive. Tonight I am going to ask you to let it break. I am going to ask you to let the bottom fall out. Because what I want to share with you tonight is the secret that the old Zen masters knew. The end of something is not the end of you. It is the beginning of everything. Welcome to Chapter 9. The freedom of letting go completely. To help us understand this profound truth, I want to share with you a story. It is one of the most beautiful and liberating stories in the Zen tradition. It is the story of a nun named Chiyono. Close your eyes now, and let the story paint itself in the canvas of your mind. Chiyono was a Zen nun, a woman of deep devotion. She lived a simple, contemplative life. Every day, she would walk down the mountain path to the stream to fetch water for the monastery. She carried a large old wooden bucket. It was a bucket that had seen many years. It was patched with bamboo strips, woven tightly around the cracks to keep the water from leaking out. Chiyono treasured this bucket, not because it was beautiful, but because it was hers. It was functional. It was reliable. It held the water she needed to live. One evening, as the sun was setting and the moon was beginning to rise, Chiyono made her way down the path to the stream. The night was silent. The air was cool. She dipped her bucket into the clear, cold water. And as she lifted it up, she saw something magical. The moon was reflecting perfectly in the surface of the water. It was a beautiful, shimmering silver disk, a perfect image of the night sky resting in her humble bucket. Chiono smiled. She felt a deep sense of peace. She was carrying the moon itself in her bucket. She began the slow walk back up the mountain path. She was careful, so careful. She held the bucket steady. She watched her steps. She did not want to spill a single drop. She did not want to lose that beautiful reflection of the moon. Step. Careful. Step. Careful. Her eyes were fixed on the bucket. Her mind was focused on keeping it safe. And then, crack. One of the bamboo strips that held the bucket together snapped. The bottom of the old, worn-out bucket gave way. Crash. The water poured out onto the rocky path. The moon, the beautiful, perfect reflection of the moon, vanished. It was gone, instantaneously, irretrievably. The bucket was broken. The water was gone. The moon was gone. Chiono stood there, frozen. Her hands were empty. Her bucket was in ruins. All that effort, all that careful attention, all that holding on, and in one moment, it was all gone. This is the moment of crisis. This is the moment where most of us would fall to our knees and weep. This is the moment where we would scream at the universe, "Why did you take this from me?" But Chiono did something extraordinary. She did not mourn. She did not cry. In that moment, she looked up. She looked up at the sky, and she saw the moon. The real moon. Huge, bright, whole, radiant. It was not in her bucket. It was not in her hands. It was in the sky. Vast, infinite, uncontainable. And in that moment, Chiono experienced liberation. She realized that she had been spending all her energy trying to possess the moon, when the moon was never meant to be possessed. It was meant to be seen. It was meant to be admired. It was meant to be free. And as she stood there with her broken bucket and her empty hands, she finally understood. She understood that the loss of the reflection was not a tragedy. It was the shedding of an illusion. Let's look at this story through the lens of your life. Think about what your bucket is. Maybe it is a relationship that is hanging by a thread. Maybe it is a person who has already left, but whose memory you are trying to hold on to. Maybe it is a job, a dream, a version of the future you have been planning for years. You are holding this bucket. You are walking carefully. You are trying so hard to keep it from breaking. You are using bamboo strips, excuses, compromises, hopes, prayers to hold the cracks together. Why? Because in that bucket, there is a reflection of the moon. What is the moon in your bucket? The moon is the illusion of happiness. It is the idea that if you can just keep this person, this thing, this dream, you will finally be okay. You are holding on to a toxic relationship because you are in love with the reflection of who they were 5 years ago. You are holding on to a job that drains your soul because you are chasing the reflection of the success you thought it would bring. You are holding on to a memory because you are clinging to the reflection of the love you once felt. But here is the raw truth. The bucket is rotten. The bamboo strips are fraying. And the reflection, the beautiful, perfect reflection, is not the real moon. This is what we call the illusion of control. In psychology, this is called upadana clinging. We cling to things that are already broken. We cling because we believe that the reflection is the source of our light. We cling because we are terrified that without the bucket, we will be in the dark. But the terrifying truth is also the liberating truth. The terrifying truth is the bucket is going to break anyway. Whether you hold on or not, the bamboo will eventually snap. Whether you want it to or not, the water will spill. The relationship will end. The person will leave. The dream will change. And in that moment of shattering, you have a choice. You can stand there, crying over the broken bucket, staring at the empty ground, mourning the loss of the reflection. Or you can look up. Because when the bucket breaks, you don't lose the moon. You lose the illusion of holding the moon. You lose the illusion that you can contain love. You lose the illusion that you can possess a person. You lose the illusion that your happiness depends on keeping that specific bucket intact. And when that illusion shatters, you are free. You are free to look up. You are free to see the real moon. The moon that is not contained in a broken bucket. The moon that is not dependent on your holding it. The moon that is there, whether you can see it or not. This is the stage of liberation the Buddhists call nibbida. It is the feeling of turning away from the world of illusions. It is the recognition that the things you have been chasing, the things you have been desperately holding on to, they were never the source of your peace. They were just reflections. And reflections are not real. I want to give you a moment to really sit with this. Think about that relationship again. Think about that person you are so afraid to lose, or the person you have already lost. You think you need them. You think you will die without them. But what are you actually losing? Are you losing them? Or are you losing the reflection of how they made you feel? Are you losing their presence? Or are you losing the story you told yourself about who they were? You are not losing the moon, my dear. You are losing the bucket. You are losing the broken, fragile, temporary container that was holding a tiny, distorted reflection of the moon. And in losing the bucket, you are finally able to see the sky. Let's practice this release together. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your shoulders drop. Let go of the tension of holding the bucket. Let go of the tight grip in your hands. Let go of the strain in your neck and jaw. You have been holding on for so long, and it is okay to stop. Now visualize that relationship, that situation, that person. See it as the bucket. It is old, it is worn, it is held together by fragile bamboo strips that are about to snap. You are holding it in your hands, and you are so afraid of letting it go. But I want you to see the truth. I want you to see the cracks. I want you to see the water leaking out. I want you to see that this bucket cannot hold your happiness. Now, I want you to look at what is inside. There is a reflection in that water. It is the moon. It is the light. It is the love. But remember, that reflection is not the moon. The reflection is just a copy. It is not the source. And as you look at that reflection, I want you to do something brave. I want you to let it go. I want you to let the bucket fall. Let it shatter on the ground. Crash. Let the water spill. Let the reflection disappear. Now, your hands are empty. Your hands are empty. But for the first time, your heart is free. Slowly, look up. Look up at the vast, infinite sky. And there it is, the real moon. It was never in the bucket. It was always in the sky. The love you were chasing in that person, it was never theirs to give. It was always yours to feel. The happiness you were chasing in that job, it was never there. It was always inside you. The bucket breaking is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your liberation. When you let go of the illusion, you get the truth. When you let go of the possession, you get the freedom. When you let go of the reflection, you get the moon. Repeat these words after me softly in your mind. I release the bucket. I release the reflection. I release the illusion. I look up. I see the sky. This is the ultimate healing message of Chapter 9. The collapse of a relationship is not the end of the world. When the bottom falls out, you lose the reflection, but you gain the entire sky. You have been looking down. You have been looking at the bucket in your hands. You have been trying to fix the cracks, patch the leaks, hold the water. But tonight I am asking you to look up. Look up at the sky of your own soul. It is vast. It is infinite. It is full of light. The moon is there. It never left. The love is there. It never left. You are there. You never left. Let your body sink deeper into the support beneath you. Feel the weight of the broken bucket lift from your shoulders. You don't have to carry it anymore. You don't have to fix it anymore. You don't have to mourn it anymore. It is gone, and you are free. Breathe in the sky. Breathe in the moon. Breathe in the freedom. As you drift into the quiet vastness tonight, let this be your final thought. I am not the keeper of the reflection. I am the witness of the moon, and the moon is eternal. I am free. Allow the vastness of the sky to hold you now. Sleep in the light of the real moon. You are not broken. You have simply emptied your hands to receive everything. Let the peaceful silence wrap around you as we transition into our final chapter. Welcome. Welcome, beautiful soul. You have come so far on this journey. You have learned to see the illusions. You have learned to release the ghosts. You have learned to let the broken bucket fall. And tonight we step into the final chapter of this part of your healing. Tonight we are not telling a story. Tonight we are becoming the story. Tonight we are going to plant seeds in the deepest soil of your mind. Seeds of truth. Seeds of wholeness. Seeds of self-sufficiency. For so long you have looked outside of yourself for validation. For so long you have waited for someone else to tell you that you are enough. For so long you have believed the lie that you are incomplete, that you need someone else to fill the space inside you. But tonight, that changes. Tonight we use the power of your own breath and your own voice to reprogram the depths of your being. Allow your hands to rest gently at your sides or place them softly on your belly. Close your eyes and take a deep, slow breath in. And as you exhale, let go of the day. Let go of the worries. Let go of the need to be anywhere else. You are safe here. You are held here. You are free here. Now we will perform a gentle body scan. We will invite every part of your body to release its tension and to listen to the truth we are about to speak. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. Feel the scalp softening. Feel the forehead smoothing out. Let go of the frown lines. Let go of the tension that has been living between your brows. Move your awareness down to your eyes. Let your eyes sink deeper into their sockets. They have seen so much today. Let them rest now. Release the jaw. Let your tongue rest at the bottom of your mouth. Let your lips part slightly. Feel this softness returning to your face. Bring your awareness to your neck and your shoulders. This is where you carry so much of the world's weight. But tonight, you are putting the weight down. Let your shoulders drop. Let them melt down your back. Let go of the tension in your neck. Just let it flow down, 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 away from you. Move your awareness down your arms to your hands. Feel the fingers uncurling. Feel the palms opening. You are letting go of the grip. You are letting go of the need to hold on. Now bring your awareness to your chest. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Let your ribs soften. Let your heart soften. Let the tightness in your chest release. Move down to your belly. Let it be soft. Let it be full. Breathe into your belly. Fill it with warmth. Fill it with kindness. Now move down your legs, to your thighs, to your knees, to your calves, to your ankles, and finally to your feet. Feel your feet grounding into the earth beneath you. Heavy, rooted, safe. Your entire body is now a vessel of relaxation. Every muscle, every nerve, every cell. You are ready. You are ready to receive. Now we turn our attention to the breath. The ancient practice of anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. There is nothing else to do right now. There is nowhere else to go. There is only the breath. Breathe in, and know that you are breathing in. Breathe out, and know that you are breathing out. In, I know I am in. Out, I know I am out. Let the rhythm of your breath become like a gentle ocean wave, washing in and washing out. In and out. In and out. With each inhale, you are breathing in peace. With each exhale, you are breathing out the need for approval. In, peace. Out. The need for validation. In. Wholeness. Out. The belief that you are missing something. Feel your mind beginning to slow down. Feel the chatter beginning to fade. You are entering the space between thoughts, the space of pure, silent awareness. This is the place where the old programming dissolves. This is the place where the new truth takes root. And now, in this sacred space, we will plant the seeds. We will use the power of hypnotic repetition, the power of self-suggestion, the power of your own voice to reshape the landscape of your mind. I will speak the words slowly. You will hear them. You will receive them. And with every repetition, they will sink deeper and deeper into your subconscious, into the roots of your being. Let us begin. I am like the solid mountain. I am like the solid mountain. No storm can shake me. No storm can shake me. Feel that. Feel the rootedness. Feel the stability. The mountain does not beg the wind to stop blowing. The mountain simply stands. I am like the solid mountain. I am enough. I am enough. I am whole. I am whole. Let that sink in. You are not a fragment. You are not a half. You are not a broken piece waiting to be found. You are whole. Right now. In this breath. In this moment. I am complete. I am complete. I lack nothing. I lack nothing. You have been searching for love outside of yourself. But you are love. You have been searching for approval outside of yourself. But you are the approval you seek. You have been searching for safety outside of yourself. But you are the sanctuary. I am the source. I am the source. I am the one I have been waiting for. I am the one I have been waiting for. Let the rhythm of these words wash over you. Let them flow through you like warm honey. I am safe. I am safe. I am protected. I am protected. I am guided. I am guided. You do not need anyone to complete you. You do not need anyone to rescue you. You are the rescue. You are the completion. My presence is a gift. My presence is a gift. I bring light wherever I go. I bring light wherever I go. I am a force of love. I am a force of love. Feel the truth of this in your bones. Feel the truth of this in your heart. The old wounds are healing. The old patterns are dissolving. You are being rewired. You are being reborn. I release the need to be chosen. I release the need to be chosen. I choose myself. I choose myself. I choose myself fully and completely. I choose myself fully and completely. Yes, that is the key. You have been waiting to be picked. You have been waiting to be seen. You have been waiting for someone to say, "You matter." But I am telling you now, you are the one who chooses you. You are the one who sees you. You are the one who says, "You matter." I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own time. I am worthy of my own time. I am worthy of my own care. I am worthy of my own care. Let this become a mantra. Let this become your heartbeat. Let this become the song your soul sings. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Feel the repetition. Feel the rhythm. Feel the hypnotic cadence of truth. Your subconscious is listening. Your subconscious is absorbing. Your subconscious is believing. I am self-sufficient. I am self-sufficient. I am sovereign. I am sovereign. I am free. I am free. You are free from the need for external validation. You are free from the approval of others. You are free from the fear of abandonment, because you will never abandon yourself. I am my own home. I am my own home. My heart is a safe harbor. My heart is a safe harbor. I am always welcome here. I am always welcome here. Take a deep breath in now. Breathe in this truth. Exhale the old lies. Breath in. I am whole. Exhale. I am free. Breath in. I am the mountain. Exhale. I am unshakable. You are not waiting for life to get better. You are not waiting for someone to save you. You are saving yourself right now, with every breath, with every word. I am the captain of my own soul. I am the captain of my own soul. I am the master of my own heart. I am the master of my own heart. And now let the affirmations become softer. Let them become like a lullaby. Let them whisper through your mind as you drift deeper and deeper. I am safe. I am loved. I am whole. I am free. Your body is heavy. Your mind is quiet. Your heart is full. You have done the work. You have planted the seeds. Now you rest. Let the seeds grow in the darkness of your subconscious. They will take root. They will bloom. You are becoming a new version of yourself. A version that does not cling. A version that does not beg. A version that knows its own worth. I am all I need. I am all I need. I am all I need. Feel the peace washing over you. Feel the freedom flooding through you. You are no longer a prisoner of your past. You are no longer a prisoner of your fears. You are free. As we come to the end of this meditation, there is nowhere else to be. There is no need to return to the waking world tonight. Just let go. Let this feeling carry you into the deepest, most restorative sleep you have ever known. The feeling of wholeness. The feeling of self-sufficiency. The feeling of profound, unconditional self-love. You are the mountain. You are the moon. You are the sky. You are everything you have ever needed. Rest now, dear one. Rest in the knowing that you are complete. Rest in the knowing that you are free. And as you sleep, let these words echo in the chambers of your heart. I am enough. I am whole. I am free. I am home. Good night, beautiful soul. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. You are safe. You are loved. You are free. Good night.